What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, this next story is very, very relevant because of the recent Netflix series on Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, of course, many of us remember when the horrors of Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes were publicly revealed. Back in 1991, he had killed at least 17 people, but he didn't just kill people. He did horrific things to their remains. But one of the failures that was exposed with Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes is the failures of the police department to answer the concerns of citizens, the concerns of neighbors who had complained consistently and constantly that they thought that something was amiss here. Complaints about the smell in his apartment, the complaints about screams and yells, people going missing. But what we saw was that the police department in Milwaukee, predominantly white, conservative white males, they could give a less. They could give a less than a rat's ass about the black citizens who were being affected by Jeffrey Dahmer's predations, extreme predations. They could care less about the gay community. So, at the end of the day, this was a failure, not just of yes, Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes were his doing and his responsibility, and that's why he got what he deserved, but the police department was complicit in this as well. This is another example of that. Here we are 30 years later, and we still have these same problems. So, about 3 weeks ago, citizens in Kansas City in the black community were complaining that they felt that there was a serial killer that was targeting black women. All right? There were videos put out by people who had loved ones who were missing. They were putting two and two together, and they said that someone is targeting black women. What did the police department do? They said that these reports about someone targeting black women were, quote, completely unfounded. You need to stop spreading these lies. People are needlessly evoking panic within the community. Please cease and desist with these claims. So what happened recently? A black woman escaped the torture of this man. I don't know his name yet, but they were indeed correct. There was a serial killer that was targeting black women. She escaped from torture and abuse in his basement for a month, and she told investigators that her friends, who were also abused and tortured by this fucking piece of shit monster, quote, didn't make it. This was after KCPD's, the Kansas City Police Department's earlier statement that reports of missing black women in Kansas City are completely unfounded. And, when you look at the fact that even though black women make up, I'm guessing, 12 to 13% of the female population in this country, they make up more than a third of females who are missing in this country. Missing. More than a third. Oftentimes, police departments, when it comes to law and order, they protect predominantly white neighborhoods. Conservative suburban areas are relatively free of crime. Not completely free. No area is completely free of crime. But the crime rates are far lower in areas that don't need quite as much policing. But in the areas where crime rates are high, police response rates are ridiculously low. You need more police in the areas where the crimes are high, but that's by design, as I've always said before. Many other people on social media will tell you. But this is a pattern in this country. Black people, we are low on the totem pole when it comes to a lot of shit. Including when it comes to empathy, when it comes to the criminal justice system giving a fuck about us. So I just want to put that out there. I don't know if the media is talking about this, but yes, once again, there was a serial killer that was targeting black women. And were it not for this individual who was able to escape the clutches of this monster, who knows how many more black women would have been preyed upon if not for her escape. So tell me what you guys think.